Hello fellow Rosarians, thank you for joining me today. In our last video we did a giveaway for High Country Roses. High Country was giving away 5 $30 gift certificates, and these are your winners. Congratulations! Today we're going to talk about Hummingbird Roses. And if you've reached out to Hummingbird Roses in the past, you've spoken with Mindy. She's the owner, very knowledgeable, very friendly. And what I really like about Mindy is that she is gardening in Zone 5. She has so much experience for those of you that are in those colder environments for winterization or specific varieties that would work well in your environment. So consider reaching out if you need some assistance. And she's opening a new site. So in February, that new site will open, but make sure that you're watching her on her Facebook page or signing up for notices so that you have an alert as soon as it opens. If you've perused her site in the past, she has a lot of really hard to find varieties, and there's usually a rush. With this new website, there is one change that you need to know about. You won't be able to cancel your order. So when you think about it, you place this order, you're committing to that rose, and now she's taking the time to go and mark it, move it into a different section, and get it ready to ship to you. And so it's just a lot for her if people are canceling and changing their minds. So going forward, just make sure that when you buy that rose that you're committing to it. And trust me, with her varieties, if I am buying a rose on her site, I'm not changing my mind. I want it, and I want it shipped to me as soon as possible. Mindy is offering a Rose Geek discount code. I think this is what the code is going to be, but just make sure that you're checking her site. Reach out to her as we get closer and ask her to confirm the code so that you're ready to go on that launch date. And we'll also update it on our Rose Geek Facebook page with all of the vendors that offer us discounts. Mindy offers band-size roses, and if you're interested, I'm going to pop a link at the top for you to look at one of the unboxings so that you know what to expect. If you're buying from a state that has specific agricultural requirements, she can still ship to you, but she may end up having to remove the soil, and the roots will just be carefully bagged and secured through shipment for you, but they'll be fine. Very similar to last year, Mindy is offering specific roses for giveaway. These are going to be 1-gallon roses. So I'm going to take a little bit of time here now and tell you about the varieties. I'm going to pop a picture up on the screen. I think 8 of these are climbers. And when you think about climbers, I don't want you to think, I don't have enough space. I don't have a wall or something to climb up against, because if you've ever looked at Nif Barnes, she's amazing. I want you to follow her on Facebook. I have so much inspiration from her of things that I want to try in the next season, where you're taking these climbers and you're pegging them down to the ground. How easy is it to take, a cane, get a landscape tie, and just pull it down to the ground? So don't be intimidated by climbers that you need a lot of space. Let's dig into some climbers and some shrubs here, and hopefully something will appeal to you. So these will be given in 1-gallon size. First, we're going to talk about Awakening. Awakening is a climber that grows 8 to 14 feet. It's light pink or salmon pink shading, and it looks like it's really heavily petaled. The average diameter on this rose is going to be 4 inches. It's a really beautiful rose. And Awakening is a sport from New Dawn. And if you've heard of New Dawn is a really easy climber to grow that everybody raves about. So Awakening would be a great rose. She's also giving away a Mary Rose. Mary Rose is a David Austin rose that grows to a height of 4 to 5 feet with a width of 3 to 5 feet. It's pink, it has a strong fragrance, cluster flowers, and it blooms and flushes throughout the season. Mindy is also giving away, I don't know if I said this, you guys. This is going to take a few minutes because she's giving away 14 roses. Thank you, Mindy. Next up is Wind Chimes. Wind Chimes is a sweet little rose here, but it grows 15 to 20 feet. This is a hybrid musk rambler, and look at it. I love that open petal, and the pollinators are really going to love this rose. Next one up is Bishop Darlington. Bishop Darlington grows 4 to 8 foot, and the width is up to 8 foot, people. You're going to want to give this baby some room. So this hybrid musk is cream, light pink shading, yellow center, moderate fruity fragrance, and 16 to 18 petals. So this is a bloom that pollinators are really going to enjoy also because it only has 16 to 18 petals. Next up is Simon Robinson. Simon Robinson is only 2 to 3 foot. So this rose would really look great in the front of your border. It has a moderate fragrance, up to 5 petals. The pollinators are going to love this one. And this is a miniature, meaning that the blooms are, I think, roughly under 2 inches on this one. Ballerina. I love this rose, you guys. Ballerina has a height of 3 to 6 foot and a width of 30 inches to 5 foot. I mean, so it can be 3 foot to 5 foot for the width. What I like about this rose is that it's almost thornless. So I have purchased 2 of these in the next season, and I'm going to be using them in planters and flanking a walkway. I think it's really going to look beautiful. The average diameter on those blooms are 2 inches. The next rose we have is Poema. Poema is a climber, a polyantha. It is deep pink, yellow undertones, yellow stamens, and it ages to lighter. This is another sweet little bloom. I love it. And I think it's important for everybody to have variety in their garden concerning the blooms. I know we all like really heavily petaled, but I also love this sweet little bloom that I can couple with salvia or other single petals. And to me, it just screams summer. I love it. And it's simple. So this is going to be a climber, 5 to 10 foot. Next up is Danny Boy. It's orange to orange-red fading. It also says that it could be considered a salmon pink, mild to strong fragrance. It's a climber, but it's going to be 6 to 16 foot, so you could certainly use this on an obelisk and it would fit in just fine. Next up is Freckles. Freckles is a Griffith buck rose, which we know is excellent for cold environments. The height is going to be 3 foot. The width is 4 foot. So this is a pink blend and an occasional repeat later in the season, mild fragrance. Next up is Bubble Bath. Bubble Bath is 5 foot to 12 foot. So it's a light pink, medium double, cluster flowered, in large clusters bloom form. It blooms and flushes throughout the season, and this is a hybrid musk. Enfant de France. Enfant de France is light pink, strong, and it has that old rose fragrance. This is a hybrid perpetual. It's going to be tall. It's going to be 4 to 6 foot with a width of 3 to 5 feet, and it's going to bloom and flushes throughout the season. Next up is Dorothy Perkins. Dorothy Perkins is a rambler, and so with that, she's only going to bloom once a year, either spring or summer, and she could have scattered later blooms, but plan on once a year. She's got dark green foliage, which means black spot resistant. She's going to be 10 to 20 foot, so you're going to want to give her some room. I think she'd look really pretty along a fence. The bloom size on Dorothy Perkins is a little under 2 inches, and she's going to be salmon pink. Okay, Alice Garnier is a rambler. She's going to be 10 to 15 foot. The bloom size is going to be under 2 inches. Pink blend, yellow center, strong apple fragrance. That sounds lovely. An occasional repeat later in the season. Okay, coming down to the end, Blushing Lucy. Blushing Lucy has a height of 5 to 12 foot. She is a large flowered climber, semi-double form, occasional repeat later in the season. So those are all of the roses that Mindy is going to give away. I hope that you find something in there that you like. So for this drawing, if you would, please comment below with the 1 gallon that you're interested in adding to your garden. I think for this one, I'd actually like you to add a first and a second choice. So as we go through, I'm going to select the names and assign, a rose for each drawing. So thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one.